Republican governors went to Texas to address what they call a crisis on the southern border.
Namely, to criticize the Biden administration's immigration policy. U.S. law enforcement contacts with migrants crossing the border hit a 21-year high in July. Governor Reynolds says the influx has a direct impact on Iowa.
With Interstate 35 and Interstate 80, we're a direct route for drugs to pipe through Des Moines, Council Bluffs, and then out through the United States. We've seen a tremendous increase, 4 times meth as well as fentanyl has increased. Earlier this year, it was 1,000% increase.
Reynolds sent 27 Iowa State troopers to Texas in July to help with border security. We asked today if she plans to send more. She says Texas continues to ask for help, but the situation is still being evaluated. KCCI's James Stratton has been in Texas with the governor all day long.
And tonight he joins us live to share a different perspective of the crisis at the southern border. James?
Stephen, Stacy, behind me, the U.S.-Mexico border wall under construction right now. Further than that, south, the Rio Grande River. Further than that, Mexico itself. This is the area where Governor Kim Reynolds joined Texas Governor Greg Abbott and 8 other governors demanding the Biden administration curb illegal border crossings. Today, we wanted to get the other side of this story. We visited the largest migrant shelter right here in McAllen, Texas, housing almost 500 migrants each day. And we talked to a family trying to seek a better life here in America. Roger Gayer Mendoza Ramirez, his wife and their child have been on a 17-day journey.
Over there we don't have a chance, and here we know this is a country blessed by God.
After they say hurricanes and an overarching government in Honduras took their opportunities. A 1,400-mile journey to McAllen, Texas, to then make another to California for work.
He feels that here in this country he's going to be able to help his family better.
He and his family spoke to us through a translator who's also in charge of the largest shelter for migrants in the Rio Grande Valley, Sister Norma Pimentel.
It's for families who have been traveling for quite a number of days, possibly weeks or months, through a long journey where they've encountered great difficulties and hardships along the way, and people taking advantage of them. So they really haven't had a chance to eat properly, sleep, because they're afraid.
The family, not the only one on a journey for a better life. Border Patrol drops anywhere from 350 to 550 people here daily after releasing them from federal custody. Sister Norma says the migrants are given temporary status and still must work with immigration officials.
They're somebody's mother, daughter, father, or brother, and they need to be cared for properly as a human being.
It's a far cry of a journey from what Governor Kim Reynolds and 9 others highlighted just a few miles down the road on the U.S.-Mexico border, calling on the Biden administration to stop illegal border crossings.
All convicted illegal criminals need to be deported.
She and others highlight a record number of people coming here illegally, along with an influx of drugs like fentanyl, and numbers from the Customs and Border Protection back them up.
We are going to continue to escalate what we are doing to respond to this crisis.
I don't see a criminal. I don't see somebody who's entering our country to hurt us, but rather, really, they do bring so many values and so many amazing things that we as a country need.
A contrast of a journey of drugs, guns, and human trafficking, and another of compassion in a search for a better life. In that contrast, about 15 miles apart, the show of force from governors right here at the U.S.-Mexico border, the show of compassion from the Texas Catholic Charities mission that we introduce you to in McAllen and Mission, Texas. We're live along the border tonight for KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader. I'm James Stratton.
In a statement released in advance of Governor Reynolds' visit to the border, Iowa Democratic Party Chairman Ross Wilburn called the governor's visit a political stunt, saying in part, while Governor Reynolds plays political games, Democrats at every level will continue to fight for a better life for every working family in Iowa.